For the Mok'Nathal!
Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. For the Mok'Nathal, said Rexxar. But who are the Mok'Nathal? And who is Rexxar anyway? In this Hearthstone Warcraft lore video, I'm going to take a look at who Rexxar is and who are the Mok'Nathal. Hearthstone actually gives us some information about Rexxar mostly through the Mercenaries game mode. Because in Mercenaries, originally Rexxar showed up as a half-orc, and then after the patch that made tribes more important in Mercenaries, Rexxar was clarified to be ogre and orc. We also have Rexxar's father, Leorox, within Hearthstone both as a card and as a challenge in Book of Heroes Rexxar, which tells us something about Rexxar's story, including mentioning that the Mok'Nathal have both orc and ogre blood in their veins. But how did the Mok'Nathal come to be? The answer lies in Warcraft Chronicle Volume 2, where there is this chapter. Ever since the fall of the Gorian Empire, the ogre population had remained relatively low. Gorian Empire was an empire of ogres on Draenor. To make up for the lack of numbers, Bladespire sorcerers had conducted cruel experiments to create new creatures whom they could use to fill their labor force. The most promising results came from selective breeding between ogres and enslaved orcs. The children of these forced unions were called Mok'Nathal. They possessed the strength of ogres and the intelligence of orcs. The Bladespire kept the Mok'Nathal in chains, and they bred them together to create even more servants. To maintain loyalty from the half-breeds, the ogres threatened to kill entire families if even one of their members rebelled. So yeah, that's not a very fun story now, is it? But that is how the Mok'Nathal came to be, as forced unions between ogres and orcs, and later on these half-orc, half-ogres were bred with each other to create even more Mok'Nathal. And as it happens, both Rexxar and his father Leorox would play key roles in the history of their species. Rexxar's father, Leorox, actually was the leader of the Mok'Nathal rebellion against ogres, and with the help from the Frostwolf clan of orcs, Mok'Nathal were able to win their freedom. After the slavery and the bloodshed of the rebellion, the Mok'Nathal didn't want to have anything to do with pretty much anyone. They just wanted to be free and to be left alone. They journeyed to the faraway corners of Gorgrond and pursued a policy of isolation, not mingling with other species. Gorgrond was a barren and largely inhospitable environment, but the Mok'Nathal were able to survive there. However, Rexxar yearned for something more. Rexxar did not agree with the isolationism of his father, and he joined the Horde because he believed that with Horde, Mok'Nathal could find better places to live, where life would be a little easier and better for them. However, at this time in the history of Draenor, Horde was in the process of being corrupted by the Burning Legion, and Rexxar would later find that the Horde was not quite as honorable as he initially thought. That said, Rexxar's decision to join the Horde would bring about a lot of good in the end. The demonically corrupted orcs set out to destroy many of the other species in Draenor, but thanks to Rexxar's participation in the Orcish Horde and his contribution and bravery, the orcs decided that they would leave Mok'Nathal alone. Rexxar would fight with the orcs in many battles, many wars, both the first war and the second war, so this would be the games Warcraft 1 and Warcraft 2. And during his time in Azeroth, he came to believe that his kin had probably perished in Draenor by now. After the Second War, Rexxar retreated into solitude, until a chance encounter led him to meet Thrall's new horde.
I have wandered alone for many years, little Misha. Yet sometimes even I grow weary of this endless solitude. I have watched the other races. I have seen their squabbling, their ruthlessness. Their wars do nothing but scar the land and drive the wild things to extinction. No, they cannot be trusted. Only beasts are above deceit. A battle. Come, you mongrels. Taste the steel of Mogren's axe. Hold fast, stranger. You shall not stand alone. Damned cowards! Your stomach's been split open. I can do little to ease your pain.
I know. This should be a good death, if not for my failure.
Failure?
I was to deliver a crucial report to my chieftain in the lands below. But now, I have failed him. I have lost my honor.
I will deliver your message, Old One. For the sake of honor, I will uphold your charge.
Akamagosh, warrior. Thank you. Seek out the city of Orgrimmar. Find War Chief Thrall. Tell him.
May the winds bear you swiftly to your ancestors, warrior. Well, Misha, it seems we'll be seeing civilization after all. Let's get moving. A warrior city. I have not seen its like in many years. Stay close to me, Misha.
Shore up those supports. When the razor winds kick up again, they'll tear those roofs right off.
Yes, War Chief.
A moment, War Chief. I come to deliver a message.
How did you come by this report? Where is Mogren?
He fell in the wilds. His last wish was that you receive this message.
Who are you, warrior?
I am Rexxar, last son of the Mok'Nathal.
Mok'Nathal. I've heard tales of your people. They had both orc and ogre blood in their veins. It is an honor. We've built this kingdom, Durotar, for all of our kind. Durotar is as much your home as it is mine, Rexxar. Stay a while. Accept what hospitality we can offer. It is the least we can do.
Perhaps I have spent too long in the wilds. Your offer is kind, Thrall, but I must carry my own weight. Just show me what needs doing and I'll earn my keep.
Unlike the old horde that was corrupted by demons, the new horde was uncorrupted, and Rexxar ended up being an important member of the horde. When the Dark Portal was later reopened, this would be the Burning Crusade expansion of World of Warcraft, Rexxar found his kin still alive in Outland, and his father also still alive. However, his father did not welcome him back. He was still upset with his son. However, things changed many years later when Thrall, together with Eitrigg, revived the practice of gathering off-orcish clans, the Kosh'Ag, and he also invited Mok'Nathal into Kosh'Ag. Mok'Nathal had never been invited before because all the half-breeds were considered inferior and only true orcs had been invited to his festivities back when they were in force in Draenor. But now Thrall decided that all orcs should participate, no matter whether they were full orcs or some kind of half-orcs. It was this act that made Leorox reconsider his stance towards Thrall's new horde and actually also reconnect with his son. And this happened during the Dragonflight expansion, so actually just a few months ago this year. And the conversation, well, it started a little awkward. Leorox said, "Rexxar, you look strong. You have kept up with your training." And Rexxar replied, "Yes, you as well." But hey, that's still a start. So that is the story of Mok'Nathal, Rexxar and Leorox, a species created for slavery, created for captivity, liberating themselves, achieving their freedom, and ultimately reconnecting with orcs. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.